Disney needs to understand that they are not a political organization, they're an entertainment organization. I think they should steer clear of pushing political agenda. They need to remember that not everybody thinks that way, so just stay out of it and entertain us.
What's up, guys? This is Natalie Carey with Red Liberty Media. We're here in Hermosa Beach to find out what people think about Disney going woke. Let's get started. Have you heard the news about Disney's new agenda to include gay characters in their movies moving forward?
I think they've already kind of done that, haven't they? They've already introduced characters that are gay, yeah.
Disney executives have come out saying they have, this is a quote, not so secret gay agenda. So basically they wanting to put more gay characters in their movies and shows as the main character and things like that. This is a big change for Disney. So what do you think about that?
I don't know if I have like an off the top kind of opinion about that, but when it comes to, so a lot of the Disney movies are aimed at preteens, okay? And preteens they're sort of supposed to be pre-sexual preference kind of time in your life. And so when you're a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, and especially all the many things that I don't know personally what influences somebody to be gay or not, whether you're born that way or is it your nature versus nurture. I don't necessarily know that, but I don't believe that people should influence you at that age.
Have you heard the news about Disney's changes to the films that they want to make and adding gay characters?
Yes, I have.
You had not.
I have, yeah.
What do you think about that?
10 years ago, I wouldn't be okay. But my daughter is bisexual, and I think it's important. I think it's very important for children to be comfortable in their own skin.
At the moment, I don't have any idea about that. But for me, that was really awesome if he can create all these kind of character, because we need to open our mind, because everyone here is a person, it's a being human. So for me, it's perfect.
What did you see with your daughter, like that you think that Disney doing this would help, had it been around or been this way when your daughter was younger?
She's proud of what she is. She's non-binary, and she's so proud of it. She was too scared to tell me for the longest time, but now she's so proud because it's all over TV. Every show you watch on Netflix or anything, they put something in there, so it's normal.
What do you think about those changes?
It's right now. It's normal. It's the way the world is going. That's what everybody's doing. So it's normal.
It's normal. Okay.
Right now it's normal. But 20 years ago it wasn't normal. But everybody's doing it and they pushing it on everybody. So if you don't roll with it, you will get rolled over.
Okay. So do you think that part of the reason Disney might be doing it is because of that? If you don't roll with it, you'll get rolled over?
Yes, of course, yes.
Okay.
The comedians and the rappers, the actors, everybody is bowing down to the gay agenda.
Do you think that it's them actually caring, or do you think it's about profits, or do you think it's a mixture of both?
I think just like Disney, they have people of all genders there, and I think it's for them making their own employees and everybody else feel more comfortable. I think it's not just all men or all women, it's all different kinds of people, and so they want to address that because they have all different kinds of people working at Disney, so they want to address that.
So they don't get canceled. They're doing it to appease people, yeah.
Both.
What do you think about them including LGBTQ characters in their movies and shows?
I think it's a balancing act, really, from a parenting standpoint, because I have children and, of course, grandchildren. I think that, it makes the parents more aware of having to, evaluate a potential movie and what those characters are and what kind of information they want to pass on to their kids. So if they have a particular view that aligns with what they believe, then they can make that decision to take them or decide not to. So again, it's back to the individual choices for the parents and the people that are audience that are going.
In Disney's parks, they used to have a greeting that would say, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dreamers of all ages." And they've dropped the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and now they just say dreamers of all ages. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know. This is each generation have a new words, knew how to communicate ideas. So for me, this is the change. If everyone need to know what is the new generation for this year, for me, don't have any problem with that.
Disney used to say, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dreamers of all ages" at their fireworks show for their greeting. And now they've taken out "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls," and they just say "dreamers of all ages." What do you think about them dropping that verbiage, the gender verbiage of boys and girls?
I don't think it's necessary, but if it makes people happy, okay.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think really people. I don't think really people. Not really. People. I don't think people really notice, but if it makes them feel better, then I think it's important. Whatever they're trying to do for as a company, if that's the message they're trying to put out, I think it's important. But I don't think people really realize that they were saying that.
Okay, so yeah, you mean that if they would have just not even changed it, no one would have even thought twice about it.
1,000%. 1,000%. I never realized that.
Yeah. Why do you think that they would change it then?
To be more woke society, to be honest with you.
I think that from that standpoint, I think the younger generation, a lot of them are embracing these views. Some of them aren't. But obviously their marketing people are telling them this is the audience that we want to focus on.
I think it's silly. I do think that eventually there's going to be a bit of a backlash. That's probably going to. I mean, I don't think they're representing mainstream. Let's just say it, okay? I don't think that Disney represents mainstream. I think they're representing some woke kind of fad that's eventually going to. People are going to say, hey, black is black. Let's just call a spade a spade. And I think it's kind of silly. I mean, we're talking millions of years of human evolution. Some sort of agenda is not going to change that. It's going to be. I think that we're going to see the flip side of it sometime soon.
I think there's this, younger generation that is trying to figure out the whole gender situation and then apply that to the general audience and all the other generations. And I think it's a real struggle that everybody's dealing with. And so, I don't have any particular opinion other than to say, I think that can put some people off, and other people, they welcome it.
Gotcha, okay. And where do you lie? Do you feel like you were kind of...
I don't feel put off by a statement, them taking that out. I wouldn't even probably notice it.
You said 20 years ago it wasn't like this. What do you think has changed? Or where do you think this got started, or how or why?
I think it all started from, you asked me, Hollywood. And if you want to be a part of want to have a lot of money and stuff like that, you have to go with it, and they push everybody else to go with it. That's where I think it started from, Hollywood.
And you say they push everyone else to go with it. So do you feel like there might be a little, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but like bullying or...
Oh, yeah, of course. It's a lot of bullying. If you want to be on this record label, if you want to be in this TV show, we want you to wear this dress. No, I'm not wearing a dress. Okay, but you won't sign this check.
Has the news about Disney made you want to boycott them or not go back?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Has not changed my opinion. All TV shows are becoming like Disney. 90% of the shows you watch on Netflix has a non-binary character or something. I think that they're just addressing it now, which is very important.
Has the news about Disney doing this made you want to boycott Disney or stop using their products at all?
No. I don't really use much of their products. I haven't gone to Disneyland forever. It's really expensive. We were talking about going to Knott's Berry Farm instead with my granddaughter, simply because of the cost and the crowd.
Has the news about Disney made you want to boycott them or not go back or use their products?
I really don't entertain it. I try to stay in my lane and do what I have to do.
What does that mean?
Disney is kind of like, I think, for tourists also, and it's overrated. So I have a daughter 11 years old, and I try to keep her away from that stuff as much as possible. So
no, I don't think it has. If I were to take my children to any of these places, I'm gonna keep my children's entertainment in mind. As soon as you go to the park and Disney has some sort of political agenda there, I'm gonna start picking other parks for sure. But if it's not in front of my children, it's not pushed on them, then no, I'll have a good, I'll try to have a good time.
Does this change the way you see Disney at all? Their overall image or the feeling you get when you think of Disney?
I think my view of Disney has evolved over time. I was a huge fan of Walt Disney and what he created, both in the theaters and in the Disneyland concept. But I'm not convinced that the people that took over Disney after he left has the same vision. So I look at it differently than I did when I was a young boy or even a young man, because Walt drove it, and what he wanted showed up at Disneyland in their movies, and I'm not convinced that same philosophy is still going on today. I mean, obviously I've seen a lot of them that are still good, but not as many, and not in the same direction that he had it.
Overall, does this change the way you see Disney?
No, I look at it the same way. It's always a place for fun, happiness, and love for the kids. Okay. Yeah. So I don't let that stuff put a darkness on the happiness, the love, and the fun for the kids.
Does this change the way you see Disney at all?
It makes me like them a little bit more. Because they're changing with the times. We all have to change with the times.
Exactly.
I agree.
Well, when I think about Disney, a lot of times I think about Walt Disney. And I've actually read books about Walt Disney, and I kind of know a little bit about him. I've seen documentaries, and I know that Walt Disney was a very conservative man. Okay, he was a tough businessman, but also a very conservative man. Okay, and so some of the newest, woke leaders of Disney are, taking things to a different direction. I don't wish anything bad on Disney, because I actually love the Disney brand. I love Disney movies, Disney animations. I can almost sing their songs, but I'm proud of it, actually. So I just want to tell Disney, if anyone ever, from Disney listens to this, just stay out of politics. Let people have their own opinions, and allow the diversity of opinions as well. Not just diversity of sexual orientation, but the diversity of opinions as well.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to Red Liberty Media for more content. Have a good one. Just wokeness in general everywhere.
Yes.
Okay.
It's sad, but that's the way it is. It's sad, yeah.